Alright. Okay. Listen. I'd forgotten something. There we go. Assume. Apparently, pooping its. Okay, it's done pooping purchase. Okay. Didn't Spider-Man come out today? Or something? Well, anyway. Nioh. Thanks, microphone. Being pointed in the wrong direction and getting my way, really. Okay. And put this in. And done. Okay. You can watch this lady beat up on people. You guys give me a second. Everyone trickles in like an old man's piece. Water in hand. Are you watching Deathway? Shut up. Phone. Ah. Oh. Now you guys sit here and watch me die and bitch about Nioh. I think I'm doing the spider lady thing today. Yep, spider nest. My ongoing thing has been that I've been doing the main missions on stream, and then I'll do all those sub-missions off stream. So, Spider Nest Castle is where I got up to on the console version. I never actually finished this game. This is where I stopped, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I actually thought I was way further in than this, but apparently not. Which doesn't surprise me too much. And come on, fan. All the past Nioh streams are on the unlisted Twitch playlist thing on my YouTube, and they're on Twitch too. Actually went into town, pick up groceries. Was going to get food from McDonald's because that's just what was like. There's nothing here, so that's your choice. Like McDonald's, Wendy's, Subway, and there's some Mexican place. That's pretty much it. So I've eaten Mexican like the day before, so my choices. So I went up to the McDonald's drive-thru and just sat there for a while. No one ever answered. So I just left and like drove past, and I could see all the employees in the windows just like looking at me as I went past, like, bye. You didn't answer. Bye, fuckers. For anyone that doesn't know, using... Ooh, I keep doing that. I've said it before, I keep trying to change weapons with the up on the D-pad button for some reason, and I don't know why. Because no game is like that. But I keep doing it. But I've been using Scythe thing and Tonka. And bitching and moaning endlessly about the way that Team Ninja chooses to place enemies in this game. Which is, if there's a corner, there's going to be an enemy there. Like here, probably going to be an enemy. Somewhere. If not here, then probably going to jump down through the... Oh, actually nothing here? Really? That's the first. Surprised they were able to resist. A lot of games like doing that. A lot of developers like doing that. My favorite is whenever even the developers kind of clue themselves in to, alright, we've been doing this too much. Players probably already know that we're going to be doing it. So instead of like an enemy like going into your map editor and placing enemy here like they normally would, what they'll do is like place an enemy like over here. It's scripted so that it only triggers whenever you go in and like walk around here for like 2 seconds. Because then they get like a double, whatever you want to call it. Like it's a double surprise. Oh yeah, this is the place with all the spidery ramps. Could have read the subtitles on that. Oh yeah. So I've been having vague memories of map layouts because I have played this game before up to this point. But after this mission, I will have no idea what anything is. So after this mission, it'll all be brand new to me. What? Oh. Oh yeah, these little cutie pies. Sweet young boys. Streaming video games. Class I'm playing? I don't think there are classes in this game. I guess there's like play styles, sort of. Okay. Thanks, Lorecat, for that world building that you gave me that I didn't ask for. Nothing about tea sets. Good to know, buddy. But yeah. Could have gone a lifetime without that knowledge, but you clued me in. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, Nioh 2 is a thing. Huh? I really wonder what they're going to do. Because Nioh kind of blew its load. Forgot about you. Kind of blew its load in regards... Motherfucker, went through this. Good. Kind of blew its load in regards to feudal Japan references. So I'm not sure what they've got left up their sleeves. Unless they decide to just do something different, I guess. It would be interesting if they did what God of War probably is going to be doing. Start pulling in other... Well, they did it with this one. Start pulling in other things, other mythologies. Come on. Oh. They made other ones. Something. It really wants me to go in that house. I wonder how many other enemies there are. None? Okay. Oh. There's one. So it wants to bait you into going inside this place. so that you crack open the eggs while you're swinging around, so that it makes more enemies that'll try to kill you. It's pretty easy to become wise to this game's tricks. In some ways, this is very much so an anti-me game. In other ways, it's a very pro-me game, in the sense of I'm a very slow, methodical player. I like to see what I'm walking into, that sort of thing. So things like that don't work as well on me, because I naturally will just be aware that they're trying to do them. Yeah, I forgot about you. Digging. But at the same time, the general combat is very not me. Very big eyes, too. So fuzzy looking. I wish that more games had giant jumping spiders. Not like menacing evil ones, but just like cute giant jumping spiders. Maybe they like talk and they're friend. Love you. As in my fanfic. That sort of thing. Nioh doesn't really have much of a story. Okay. I remember this. I remember something about running up on top of the building, too. I was just gonna sit there? I was saying last time that a Nioh story leaves a lot to be desired. Thought that would be more of a thing. Okay. Nobunga? Oh, Nobunaga. What a difference one letter makes. Nobunga. Nobunga! Thanks, Lorecat. Did I ever go... Oh, you can't go on. Yep. Either be one of these little cutie pies in there. But yeah, Nioh doesn't really have that compelling of a story. I think the Nioh itself, the eponymous nature of it, is that the two main guys the story keeps talking about are the Nioh, the two of them. I don't know why they're called the Nioh, they just are. But I don't care about them. Like, who cares? The only reason why William here is in Japan is because he's looking for his little Gaelic spirit thing. So this whole nonsense about, I don't think I can. So this whole nonsense about the Nioh and this weird political thing that's going on. Back me. Like, he doesn't care, and I don't care either. What are they all doing just standing around like that? They're like, their models are clipping together, too. Or Unga Bunga, that is true. Yeah, I would have more tolerance for traps and things if William's health wasn't so low. But there are plenty of enemies that can kill you in either one hit or two hits in this game. I've been over it before, but it's very much so not a Dark Souls game. Like a Dark Souls 1 game. It's more of a Dark Souls 3, that's for sure. For sure, we'll give you 1,000,000 Estus Flask charges, but you'll probably never use any of them. Because getting hit 1 or 2 times and you're gonna die. Which to me is a much, much, much less fun kind of design. I remember that. Looking up there. I hate these guys. Really hate these guys. So fucking annoying. Oh, archers aren't too grand either. Shoot. Okay. What if I can... Oh, I don't have any. Ah, I'm actually running out of a rifle ammo. Wow, that did nothing. Alright. Need to get him out of there. I haven't really found a reliable way of fighting these guys yet. You can sort of go around them, but they also have... Oh, wow. He had low health. Usually they have way more health than that. I guess because he was responsible for rolling the boulder up there. Oh. You do that, buddy. Yeah, and I think usually that's the thing people complain about the most in this game, I think. Is, well, in just looking up information about this game, people complain about all sorts of things. Like, bosses are usually the sore point for most people. Say that the bosses in this game really drag it down because a lot of them are sort of... Again, you get hit one time and you die, just learn their pattern and do the boss 30 times over. Archers fire really fast, so if you don't get perfect alignment on their heads right away, then you'll basically get hit no matter what. Bosses are one of them. Certainly the number problem is one of them, where so much of this game comes down to number crunching. Oh yeah. I keep not recognizing what that noise is. Wait, a Jedi ribbon. That probably wouldn't work out too well, actually. They would probably just play. Not form tight pseudo-political structures. I don't want to jump down there just yet. Oh, hello. This place is full of spider eggs. They want you to sneak up on him so that whenever you attack him, he turns around. By the way, these guys are a pain in the ass to sneak attack because they don't actually get stunned by it. They'll just turn around and just slap you. Like, you will get in that one hit, but you most likely will take damage in the process. It's super cheap. Such an asshole. I hear someone got angry. Who was it? He made the noise of something wants to kill you. Guess it was nothing? It was nothing. I better go up here. I have noticed I've been doing stuff like revenant farming. Oh, sorry, to finish that off. Boss is the number problem of, like, doing all the Excel spreadsheet math calculations and all that nonsense. Some of the weapons usually get criticized for not being that good. That's probably the main things, I guess. Just the general interface and the general combat. A lot of people like the movesets and everything, but it's the numbers that are at the most fault, I guess. Try to do. Yep. No second attack for us. Really dislike these guys. They're so needy. You have to be very, very careful about them. There's a very specific way that you have to deal with them. Hello, little nude dude. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. The entire blacksmith system and, like, soul leveling and things like that. I'll show it later, but the general gist of it is that everything that you can do in the blacksmith, aside from disassembling, like just breaking stuff down into junk, is pretty much useless until you get to New Game Plus. So, you can't really do anything. It ends up having what I would refer to as the Diablo problem of you keep going up, like escalating in numbers as far as your gear goes all the time. I do have the drop down here. Pretty sure I have to. You end up escalating in terms of numbers and changing out your gear all the time that you never really... like, most people don't go to New Game Plus. They don't. So as far as the actual core gameplay goes, you run into the problem of you never have a core identity of who you are. Like, as far as what your look is, what your favorite weapon is. You build up familiarity on things. I wonder, by the way... Yeah, I'm almost done with this, too. But these aren't even my best weapons. I'm just using them because you max out familiarity so quick. And you need to do that so that you can get points to unlock new skills, you know, so forth and so on. So, like, all these systems are just inelegant, like they could be better. Like, that's the thing that I associate, that's the thing that I associate Diablo with the most, is just, not being able to have an identity. Because you're plowing through numbers so fast. Because the game is made for, oh, I got a new thing, I got a new thing. So, actually giving players a sense of progression and their sense of self is something that this game fails at. It's something that Diablo also fails at. For that reason. And I noticed, in the process of farming all these Revenants, which is what I was going to talk about, I noticed that everyone did the same thing. Everyone had Warrior of the West. Like, every single person. Because of set bonuses. So as a result, that's the only thing that I was running into. It was one of two things. It was either people running the West set for its set bonus stuff, or it was people that just had a bunch of junk. Like, it's just garbage. They had, like common items or slightly uncommon items, and that was it. That's all that it was. So I guess that's the distinction between people that knew what they were doing and people that just were trying to plow through the content as fast as they possibly could. Okay, I know there's gonna be something else. Spider. Hello, ambush spider. Surely there's something else. I wonder if I could attack him through the building, like an asshole. No, it won't allow me. Oh well. So Nioh seems like it's really made for New Game Plus, even though most people will not be playing New Game Plus. I don't care about Dark Side still. I don't know anything about it. I just noticed that the spiders make this sort of roaring pig noise that you usually... Like, if you ever see, like, a monstrous pig monster or something like that, they make that sort of... I can't do it. That sort of noise. The spiders are also doing it. Which is fantastic. I always think there's going to be something on the ceiling. Oh, it's just open. Why do they do this? Why do they have areas where the chest is just open? That's not a complaint, it's just kind of weird. Whatever. Oh, look at you. Seems like this... Oh yeah, this is the short. Okay. That's another complaint about Nioh, is that once you actually get to New Game Plus, whenever all the blacksmithing stuff actually starts mattering, and you can actually start upgrading, like, people don't use the blacksmithing stuff, usually because not only are you plowing through the numbers so fast and gear so quickly, but it's also incredibly expensive. Like, it uses up most of your resources to get gear that you're going to replace in one mission. So it ends up being a completely pointless system. Oh, I guess it was a spider that was...
Amazing!
Oh yeah. Optional area. No, that's the path forward. I think this is actually a locked-in area. No, it leads to like a cave or something. God damn it. Asshole. God, that was fast. Damn it. Fucking range. Can I walk over that? This is a teaching mechanic, by the way. Like, seeing the item over here makes you think, oh, how do I get over that? Like, before I walked up to the water and I knew, well, water kills you. But I also noticed it's sort of like ankle deep, which in this game doesn't mean much of anything. So transparent. The aim is... look how cute this spider is, by the way. Like, I know he's just menacingly being positioned here by the game developers to ambush people that walk in. And that's his only purpose in life. But the little glowy eyes are really cute. And of course, as I've mentioned in the prior stream to this one, the problem that I have with enemies like this is that even though you know that they're there, as soon as you turn the corner, they will attack, and they attack very quickly. So often you have to walk in... Oh no, this one actually was pretty slow. I guess it's just the humanoid ones that are like that. Come on, stop jumping. So you end up having to just walk in and block. Nothing in here? Alright, what a great house. Nice house. Nothing in it. Really appreciate it. I know they use the same level, but they have different assets in them whenever they load in. So there's not really a point to there being empty chests, because those are still objects you have to physically place in the level. That's what's unusual. Oh, look at that. He came all over the place. There we go. There was a submission before this one where you have to fight one enemy on a bridge. That's all you do. And it was actually a pretty easy enemy. Oh, you move slower when you're on the web. And it was actually a pretty easy enemy. But the problem with him is that he had shit tons of health. Yeah, I know. Oh, there we go with familiarity. You have to be very careful around enemies. Like, if you play like me and you hate being hit ever, and you don't want to use health resources, then the game becomes... it's way less frantic, it's more just trying to be extremely careful about everything. Probably gonna be another Oni. Nope, it's one of these days. These guys are another Dark Souls-esque enemy where you just have to get behind them. They kind of fall apart. I usually give out Discord link, if at all, at the very end of the stream. Because I'm not there to legislate everything. Ugh. Oh, no one in here? Alright. Oh, it's one of these. Come on. Where is that? Oh, I don't know where it is. Fine, God's sakes. He got angry that I didn't use the thing fast enough. Enemies regain stamina too quickly. That's one complaint that I do have. Like, they can completely burn all their stamina, aggressively attacking you without a care in the world. Then they can just back off and, like, there's no consequences for them. Oh, I actually got something for that. Where was that? You want to be the dude this come on. Like, this is another... Like, that could be better. I'm like, trying to find the perfect gesture of this little asshole. I guess it was this one. No, that wasn't quite it, was it? I guess that would have had that been it. Because there's nothing else that's like that. Yeah, I guess that was it. Well, whatever. Maybe the cave area is a submission. Can't remember. It's kind of funny how doing sneak attacks on these guys is a waste of time. Really, you should just walk up and just start attacking them. Since they, their horns break really easily for this weapon anyways. And my other weapon. So as a result... They tend to take a lot of damage in their back, they turn around, and then they get broken, and then they fall down. You can get in even more attacks. Whereas if you sneak attack them, you get in one hit that does insignificant damage, then they turn around and start attacking you. Apparently much better decision to just face fuck them. Come to me, my sweets, and spray your buttery juices on me. Actually, I would rather they not spread their buttery juices on me. That would make me slow down, amongst other things. Amazing. Save that for last, I think. Probably gonna be a shit ton of enemies hiding inside of rooms over here. See this? This is them wanting you to rush in to try to attack him at melee range. Will probably cause other enemies in the area to attack you. Team Ninja are so fucking predictable. They're such huge assholes about the way they design these areas that it's almost trivial to try to figure out how they think and the way things are going to be laid out. Line up. Now you... Motherfucker! That's how fucking fast they are. You may as well just been standing there the whole time just jabbing air. For how fast that is. Humanoid enemies will always be able to attack you way before you can attack them. This is the pit. And it looks like I can go down there. No. I really don't want to. And get in through there. I will have to do this first. Okay. That wall's really freaking out, isn't it? That was interesting. Will always be in my main bar? Was it this one then? No? The one he did was a sort of come here sort of... Maybe it was this one. Oh, that was it. It was taunt. That's a taunt? Saying, come over here, please? Yeah, that's never made me more angry than whenever someone says, hey, I've got some candy bars over here. Ooh, candy bar. That was one of these. Something really funny about the big ones that also really, really want to be, like ninjas. Like, they want to be extremely agile and flip around like idiots. Those guys are very dangerous because they're extremely aggressive. In addition to having shit tons of poise, which in this game is toughness. I went over that last time I streamed, which was the middle of the night. It's like 4 a.m. My past two Nioh streams have been at like 4 a.m. What did I just say? Oh, the toughness system. But the problem in Dark Souls 1 was that poise existed, so you could do something like equip full Havels and have a dagger and just face fuck people to death. And since you have shit tons of poise, then Starburst, by the way, then you could, you know, just face fuck everything, and there are no consequences to any bad decisions that you can make. That guy's butt sticking straight up in the air. It is. That guy's butt sticking straight up in the air. Got fucked before he died. Figuratively, but... So the toughness system in Nioh is basically the same exact thing. How do I get over there? I must have to... This way? Huh. Where do I go? Oh, wait. Okay. Huh. Why is that boulder there? Why is this boulder here? How'd this boulder get here? It didn't fall. And you can't push it down this narrow area. So it would have had to have been like launched from like here. But there's a tree there, it's not broken. How'd this boulder get here? Maybe some magic gods from the sky put it there. Probably what happened. That's right. Yeah, you're probably right, Nut. It grew. Oh, Starburst can get stuck to your mouth sometime. I get Starburst as my candy usually, because they're relatively low in calories for candy anyways. And you have to unwrap them. This might sound kind of weird, but you have to unwrap them, so the fact that you're wasting time doing that, there's a tested psychological effect on you, whenever this works. It makes you sort of feel like you're putting more effort into eating than you actually are, which makes you... Like, the fact that you're not just reaching over and just cramming food in your mouth actually causes you to, not eat as much. Same kind of deal happens with... Yeah, I was forgetting something. The same kind of deal happens with, like, if you're eating, like, peanuts or pistachios or something like that. The fact that you're having to crack open a shell makes it so that you end up not eating as much as if they had come without shells in the first place. This is the optional area, and it is a pain in the nuts. Remember that. But I have completed this area. Hey, sweetie. Love you too. And I think this is the actual legit way forward. Well, this is the way that you have to... This is the way that you have to go to... Open another door, I think. Really don't like these guys. Nope, nope, nope. God damn it. You do that. Oh, shut up. Seems like I need to do this so that I can open up a door somewhere. I can't remember. Yep, eating less makes you thinner. Well, not always. Oh wait, this was a... Huh. Maybe this I have to go up this thing. Is there anything over here first? There is! Oh yeah, this is the actual way. Like, a lot of people sometimes will say, oh, I need to lose weight quickly, so they'll just stop eating for like 2 or 3 days. There was a vague memory. Ooh. An episode of not Family Matters. What's the stupid one in San Francisco with the foul-mouthed pervert comedian as the dad, and it had the stupid twins. Full House, is that it? But they had an episode where the like slightly overweight girl was wanting to like get herself in shape to go to the beach or something. And she stopped eating. I don't know why I had that memory all of a sudden. But if you do that, if you stop eating completely, both of those. Better explore this here first. If you stop eating completely, it actually makes your metabolism freak out. So you'll actually, even though you're not eating anything, you might actually start gaining weight. Okay. Really? I'm guessing that's the end over there. Huh. I tell you what. I have to drop down that well to be able to get to one area. And I think it intersects with this one. But this one goes along the ground level. So I know that I can get in and out of it easily. Team Ninja. I can get out of this area easily. Whereas with the well, I would have to just drop down and I couldn't climb back up. So I'll go down this one first, and then once we clear out this area, I can just head back around and drop down that way. Really? Like, it not only dropped down... If I'd been walking around without full health, that would have killed me. And in the cheapest way possible, too. Because not only was it on the ceiling, it was around a corner, so you can't even see it whenever you turn the corner. That is such a huge, like, raging cunt of a thing to do, as a developer. What a fucking asshole, whoever did that. What an incredibly disrespectful thing to do. I guess to teach you there's more of them that we're gonna be assholes about. Which was true. They definitely were assholes again. Guess lesson learned. I guess I distracted complaining about it. I didn't even bother thinking about the other ones. Well, let's start looking at the ceiling exclusively. Gotta look for Spider-Man. That's how Spider-Man gets away with it. Like, how come no one ever sees Spider-Man? Well, no one looks up. Like, the world is full of, like, dog creatures that just, they can't look up. Okay, so, yeah, this is the... You can't go past this area. Look at this. Fucking hell. Down. Yeah, come find me, asshole. You can't attack me. Too bad. And he'll be skittering around on the ground whenever I get over there, whenever I drop down this well. Too bad for him. Oh, this is... I guess this area is just to show you that there is another part of the level that you can get to. It's kind of weird that it's so elaborate, though. And also they teach you that developers are assholes. Yeah, there's no difficulty in that, it's just cheapness. Like, there's no clearer definition than that. Where you're just... Like, the game just fucks you. Just because it can. I mean, like, what are they punishing you for doing? Exploring the level? Not looking up at all times? The height of that would probably be if they placed... two enemies around a corner. One of them is a spider up on the roof, and the other is like a guy on the ground. So you get fucked either way. Like, you get punished for trying to do everything. Seems like, yep. There's lots of enemies in here, I recall. I remember this room in particular. There's one over there. Else, bunch of eggs. I don't think I can avoid those eggs. Try to shoot him down. I will attempt to shoot this guy down and then jump down and attack him, maybe even plunge attacking, or he's able to respond. That will not work because he's too far away, but I'll try it anyways. Oh, fantastic. Love this game. Love the fairness of this game. How it rewards you with punishments. My favorite thing about it. Ow, he saw it coming. What should we do? What should we do, Bill? To reward him for this? Fuck him. Put a gun against his head and pull the trigger. Like, the game... the game doesn't reward you for being careful. It punishes you because you found it out. Like, it's angry that it couldn't get away with it, so it cheats. It just cheats. At least the general movesets of these enemies is not unfair. Like, the spiders themselves, like, they're fine. They're not cheating in their movesets, so that's fine. It's just their placement. Like, is this something you really want to encourage in your level? Just constant paranoia about looking up at the ceiling at all times? I mean, it's different. Especially whenever once you... Like, what should happen is if you actually see them and you shoot them, like, you expend limited ammo. Like, you may even run out of ammo. Then once you shoot them, they should fall down and be stunned. So that you can walk over and get in, like, a free attack on them. They shouldn't fall down and instantly be ready to kill you. There should be something there. Could be better.
Amazing.
Yeah. He's exploring, he's learning. I've never been as... What's that thing Fry said in Futurama? So they're trying to learn stuff? Yes, that is correct. And then he says, I'm the angriest I've ever been, or something like that. It's Nioh, except instead of learning, it's trying to explore the map and be careful. He's being careful? Fuck him. You die, sir. Silly. What a silly villain. Alright, let's very carefully prepare to get fucked. And look at this! Look how many there are! There's one on the rafters over there, there's one on the roof over there, there's one on the roof over here, there's one on the side over here. There's some inside these eggs. They're just all over the place. And then there's another, like, Oni over here that you can barely see on the other side of the rock. They really want you to run around and just get fucked. For all the hair. What? Yeah, just turn. Just the thing about, like, it seems like this game is made for people that are actually like that. Like, people that just charge in. A lot of games are made for people like that. Like, Dead Cells is... I was commenting on this the other day, on my last stream. Dead Cells is like that. It is made for people that just charge in. If you try to play Dead Cells carefully, like a Souls game, where you, like, very carefully, like you can imagine with Dead Cells, it's a 2D game, so, like, you see a room below you, and you have a choice of either just jumping in and just trying to face-fuck everything as fast as you possibly can, or you can do something like, well, I'll throw a turret down there and try to clear out the enemy's health. And then once the enemy's health is cleared out, maybe I'll, like, fall down and roll past him, and then I try to attack him from behind as he's dealing with the turret or something like that. And you make up this elaborate plan, and then you try to execute it, and then you just die instantly. Or the enemy jumps up out of the range of the turret and just starts attacking like crazy. But if you had just done something like just jump in as fast as you possibly can, and just face fuck the enemy, then nothing would have happened. Ah. That's that toughness stat in action again. The enemy can just ignore the fact that it made a bad decision. Hold on. Gotta get rid of new emails. Let's get out of hand quickly. And since that happened, now we have to clear out everything all over again. Or just run past everything. I guess we can just run past everything. Bye, sweetums. It'd be funny if everything that I've been aggroing in the levels started following me and just dropped down right here. That would be funny. This time... Oh, it actually didn't respawn. Okay. The space bucket. It's something I like. Usually, whenever I hear things like the Bloodborneism of it encourages aggression, we want to encourage aggression with our players. The reason why that concerned me whenever Bloodborne came out, and there's comments being made in regards to how that ended up panning out itself, is whenever I hear that, I don't hear, oh, it's gonna be action-packed, baby, you know, that shit. I don't hear that. I hear, we don't want you to think. Stop thinking. Just run in like a maniac. And take damage, but heal it. Like, just don't worry about it. Just fucking just go crazy. Stop thinking. Just play the game in a way that makes it look good on video, so that it advertises the game for us. That's what I hear. It's a good thing that... No, it does. Getting hit with the spider web while you're guarding still makes you slow. Notice that. I was thinking about that. And a lot of games are getting to be that way now. The we want to punish you for thinking methodology of playing. Really, it feels like doing this in the heavy stance does just as much damage as using Reaper. Even though Reaper is supposed to be the DPS sort of thing. Although using Reaper seems like a better idea to clear out these little eggs. Come here. Come here, motherfucker. Oh, he's angry now. Even though he has no idea what he's doing. He's so angry. Angry because he's dumb. Or dumb fuck. Or stupid fuck. It was nice of that spider to burst out whenever I was nowhere near it last time. That was nice. Appreciated that. Are there any actual Dark Souls-like games? I don't know. I don't think so. This weird thing about Dark Souls 1. Really? Even for this distance? Motherfucker! Trying to strafe around him. I can't block him. Okay, that's really pissing me off. Enough with the fucking toughness stats. Okay. Like this. Not doing anything wrong. Oh my god, will you fucking stop doing that? Here. Fix this problem right here. Dumbass. That made me slightly angry. The fact that it kept jumping away, like, frame perfectly, because it's scripted too. And then running in circles. Like, not towards me, just running. Which I was trying to do. Like, whenever I did it, whenever I started running, like, away from him in a circle to try to avoid his attacks, no, I get punished for that. Whenever he does it, though, no, I need to get out the bow. Enemy needs every advantage in the world. How dare I? How dare I try to run over to the side? The enemy said as he ran over to the side. No, well, I'll wait on that. This would be a perfect place to put a spider that I can't see. Where does this go? Maybe this is the way forward. Over. Seems like I have to open up a hatch. No. This is a completely new area. Wait, no? Wait. Is this a completely new area? Or is this an area that I've already been to? No, I think this is a completely new area. Let's just stay on here for a little bit. It is weird that this is the way forward, though. I don't remember having to being required to go down here. But I do remember the well very specifically, but it may be because the first time I went through this level, I didn't know where to go, because I felt like I cleared out everything, and I had to look it up. And that's when I realized, oh, the path forward is this tiny well that you may have completely missed. That's often, like, the corner of the map. Shooting right between its eyes. At least it didn't attack me. Okay, this is where, yeah, this shit was. Ah, they're just everywhere. Make some pig noises for me, spiders. Yeah. The poise system is... The poise system is the toughness. It says 170 down there. It's on the right. Above versus fire. The toughness system is that once you hit 200, you now have poise. The poise system activates. So now you can just, like, face fuck things. And I don't know what the offset is in terms of damage is. Like, if a tiny enemy hits you for, like, 1 damage, if it resets, maybe it requires a set amount of damage, a set of, like, percentage of your health points. I don't know. But once you hit 200, it turns on. So some people say you don't need any more than 200. But I think it works sort of like the hyper armor system in Dark Souls 3 does. In that if you have... Like, it does keep going up, but it has major drop-off. So, having more than 200 is not needed, but I guess it allows you to beat out enemies that are also using toughness. I have noticed that against some enemies, I'm able to stun them, even though I could swear in the past I was not able to. If you're in chat and you're like, I don't understand the toughness system. No one does. That's the problem with poise systems and toughness systems and things like that. The ability to engage hyper armor whenever you want to is... It doesn't make any sense. You have to have the actual complicated numbers for it. This area looks so similar to the very first part of the area that it's easy for me to assume I've already been here. I think I may have. That might be the... Yeah, that's the first area. Okay. Yeah, this is the first area all over again. I'm just looking at it from the side. Which means that there's probably a door over here. Which means there's probably a door over here that'll allow me to create a, shortcut. Yep. Oh look, an enemy that you beat by circling an extremely enclosed area. They really enjoyed it. Remember, well, you guys don't remember it. You weren't here. It was another 4 a.m. stream. I'm assuming that because I remember it, you do too. But in the prior area, which was this area that has, if you played Nioh, then you'll know what I'm talking about.
You know what you guys need?
Oh.
Cheer one, cheer one, cheer one, cheer one, cheer one, cheer one, cheer one.
But it's an area in which there is an enemy that is just a big, like, tar monster, and you have to beat it with fire. And it's just rickety planks is the whole map. And you can fall into water at any time, that sort of thing. But the game was very, very fond. Wait, how do you... Oh, I guess you just can't. Huh. Maybe it's the submission where you actually use this as a shortcut. But the game was very fond of putting those great big Oni characters on, like, tiny, thin little ramps or on the roofs so that you can't fight them any other way than just face-fucking them and trying to backpedal, which you don't have the room to do. So the game can be an asshole in that respect as well. That's the funny thing about the way that this game is designed sometimes. Is that they'll have an enemy like that, where it's like, beat them by circling around them. And then they'll put them in an area in which it is literally impossible to get behind them. So the game is like, you beat them by circling them, but it'll still, like, flip you off anyways. I don't know if I can flip off people on so it's like it's mocking you more than anything else. Here's one of those stupid summoning Revenant assholes. Armor weight class also contributes. Great. Great. In what way? No one knows. I do like the general idea of hyper armor in regards to heavier weapons. Like, it's kind of funny. Where? There he is. I know the game is tricking me into running in. Oh, actually only one enemy. I thought for sure the game would have punished me for doing that. That's the funny thing about the hyper armor system or poise systems in games. Because those systems are not there just to be asshats about it. The whole logic is, sure, you have this big, slow weapon. What popped? What's angry at me? Nothing? Great. Oh, one of these things. Is that you have a weapon that is intentionally slow, and that's fine to have like a big axe weapon. Do I even have an axe? By the way, it's a familiarity. Yes, both of these are max. I should not be using them anymore. Although that was the best one of these that I guess I'll drop down if I can continue work on that. I can move up on it. It's a hammer. Hammer should be okay. Like, you have this big slow weapon, right? So if you're fighting some other enemy with this big slow-ass weapon, then there has to be an accommodation for why your weapon is so slow, because if they have a dagger, then they can just walk in and just poke, 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 and you will never be able to get off an attack, ever. So that's the reason why things like, this needed to be... No? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's the reason why you need something like a hyper armor system, or just like a toughness system, or whatever it needs to be. Now the problem comes with the implementation of that system. Like, how do you implement it? Like, Dark Souls 3 sort of pussyfooted around and created a terrible system. Especially on release, they sort of tried to fix it a little bit, but it didn't work too well. So now you have a system where certain weapons do have hyper armor, but it also works in conjunction with your poise stats, so that the scaling of your hyper armor works in conjunction with what you're wearing, which actually was a good idea, but the numbers are really, really bad. So that most of the time it just doesn't work. And more than that, the frames on the individual weapons... Oh, motherfucker. This fucking face fuck the goddamn... Oh, you like being slow. Cockwad. Feels good, doesn't it? How's that feel? Not being able to respond. Getting attacked without any ability to defend yourself. Fucking asshole. So, like a lot of things, the balancing of a system like that is not a matter of whether the system itself is wrong or not. It comes down to a lot to the individual number, like, shifting, like, making sure that everything is balanced just so. Because especially if you have the ability to increase your attack speed or something like that, not sure where to go, then that can also create problems, which is why you don't do that. Like, number stacking in general is a really bad idea to implement, you know. Number stacking in general is a very bad idea. Oh, this was a completely optional area. Huh. Didn't expect that. Guess I can go back the other... Yeah, I can just drop back down, I guess. I definitely cannot do anything here. Nope. Alright. But I've always preferred... One, you have... Like, I think Dark Souls 3 had the right idea. They just did it in the tremendously stupidest way possible because I guess Miyazaki was still in his, oh, I love Bloodborne, oh, action, action. He was still doing that. So that's the reason why Dark Souls 3 turned out the way that it did. Probably go this way. So Dark Souls 3 did have the right idea that it should be a combination of the weapon that you're using and your actual, like, armor set values. Because you also would like to have it reflected in reality, as far as, someone that is very heavily armored obviously should have poise, but if he's using a dagger, then he shouldn't have poise. But someone that has an axe should also have some poise, even if they, I can dash over there. Should also have some poise, even if they're not wearing it. Apparently, whenever you dash off the edges of things, then it just eats the animation and makes you drop like a rock. Oh, there. Oh, okay, that's it. Should have been jumping spiders. It would have been very kawaii. Very careful to balance. Of course, Hyper Armor also gets a tremendously bad name because of things like, you know, like fighting game bosses, where the big guy just ignores what you're doing. Well, this is the main problem with Hyper Armor, I guess, is that it's a system that allows you to completely ignore all the rules of combat. Like, for enemies like this, I was getting angry at that spider earlier. Because, like, it missed. Like, it attacks. I saw that it attacked. I moved out of the way. So, I should have been rewarded for it doing something aggressive that I punished it for doing. So, I attack it. I hit it. But almost instantly after I hit it, the spider just ignores, like, completely that it failed. Like, it did something stupid, and it's not being punished for it. Instead, it gets rewarded by taking off 90% of my health for really no reason. Like, it didn't earn anything. And in fact, like my efforts are being completely ignored as well. This was bad about a sort of poise system. I'm getting a lot more in Rita. 20,000. In the beginning areas of this game, the Amrita that you can get is, like, pitiful. Like, it's barely anything. advancing through the levels as fast as you possibly can is something it feels like the developers are really trying to encourage. Whoop. That was weird. It really feels like, it almost feels like the developers of Nioh are trying to encourage you to get done with the game as fast as you possibly can. Like, they really want you to just rush through the levels so that you can gain, like, more XP a lot faster. And to gain, you know, better equipment a lot faster. It really just, it does feel like the game is very, like, you can't stop, grind, level up, and, like, change your look. Like what I tried to do here. Like, I changed all my stuff to Youngblood armor, but my armor now, hold on, like this, for example, like my chest piece, 115. Whenever I got it, not too long ago, like it was a couple days ago, and I haven't played that much. But once you just jump over one region, suddenly you're like, even the junk that I've been picking up is way higher level than this. So already it's completely outclassed, and I could just equip some of the junk that I've been carrying around, and it would be a much better build than what I'm running now. Period. Like, the game is actively attempting to punish you for doing that, which is the weird thing. All right. I enjoy doing that. I like waiting for them to attack as I'm blocking and then counter-attacking by kicking them. Now, this is the only area that I have not been able to get to, but I don't know how to get to this. It looks like you have to go to that area somehow. The area, it looks like the area that I was just at. But how do I get there? I don't remember. I guess it would have to be through the underground, because that's the only area that I have access to. And the only other area that I've been able to reach is probably that area where I fought that great big spider and had the strummy guy in it. Which means I'm gonna have to go back through this area. I don't think I missed anything there, but I guess I had to have had. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this again, I guess. It's the only thing I can think of. But I will have to remember where, I think it's this direction. Great. Love it. So I guess it'll have to be this area. Ooh. I think I've sort of developed the idea that if you're going to have a poise system, you should have it be visible. Like, it should, like, it's not poise, it would have to be like stability or something, and you have a bar. You can see. Like, isn't it great whenever you actually see the stamina gauge on enemies in games? So that not only you know they're not cheating, but you can actually, like, you can actually fight them because there's logic to the combat system, right? Really? It's so adamant about wanting to drop down on me, it's like, well, let him go. I would rather him get away than not get my favorite thing in the world. So I guess tying stability or the poise system into your stamina somehow might work. Because it would be bad if you had three, like, visible systems at the same time. Health, stamina, and poise. Maybe if there was, like, health offsets, so that once you got someone below 70% health, then their poise either was more effective or less effective. But then again, people would, if people did that, if you could do that, then people would just start running around with 70% health. Or the inverse, it would become incredibly important to always have nothing but 100% at all times. So that's also dangerous. But it would be nice if you could tie it in some way. Is Nioh? Nioh is a good game that is brought down in places because of Team Ninja. It does things sometimes that are disrespectful and seem more like a troll was making the game. Like, you do run into people that are like this sometimes. You could probably think of your own examples of being in a game environment in which, like, you can tell that the guy that was in there in the map editor placing elements was laughing to himself. He's like, oh, they're gonna take this, and he had this very careful plan so that you die. Like, there's almost no way that you could have gotten out of it. You will die in this scenario if you are not aware that he did it. So it works one time. Because the developer is a troll. He's just a fucking asshole. I guess he's getting his jollies because he's going in there later and looking at all the blood stains. Like, in his development kit, he's able to see the number of people that have died. So, oh, I did that. Oh. He's one of those people. Those people exist in development. Now, I need to figure out how the hell to proceed. First, let's figure out my orientation, I guess. Because it really does not look like there's anything that I can do up here. No ladders to climb, nothing to knock down. Boxes, but those lead nowhere. Looks like the map is over there. The rest of the map is over there. I mean, there is this. But this leads nowhere except for death. And it looks like that's the area where that boulder came down. But, yeah, that is the area that the boulder came down. And the area that I want to get to is over there. But I guess the answer is going to be over there, because there's nothing over here, and there can't be anything over there. Unless there's like another well system, which I cannot find. So it just can't be over here. Where's the path forward? Yes, I see you again. May as well get rid of you again. I guess the answer is going to have to be to go back over to the area with the guy that rolled down that boulder. I've cleared out everything else. Don't spread out. You're so cute, though. They are so, like... It tried to spray its little web, but it went, like, this far. Like, it just didn't do anything. Can't be too angry at it. Right here. There we go. Oh. How come it doesn't work on this archer, I wonder? That boulder doesn't seem to affect him at all. Oh. So the answer must lie around here somewhere. It's nice of the game to leave this asshole here. Oh, I fucking hate that move. All of his stupid tongue moves where he hits like 360 degrees around his body. Fucking hate that shit. Oh, you repositioned? You did something intelligent? Can't have that. Can't have that. I'm just gonna fucking cheat. They may... The enemies that have the same drive to kill you as the... Yeah, okay. In other words, we wanted to be raging assholes about it. So we're just gonna make it stupid bullshit. Try to make it sound less obnoxious. Fuck you too, team. You can't tell me that whenever... Like, every one of their games is like that. Like, every Team Ninja game is a... Oh, difficulty, difficulty. All of them are like that. They don't bullshit me. We really wanted the world to come to life. You know, just to have the sense that the world was at odds with you. That we were stupid cunts. I mean, that the world was full of life. and just the miracle, the majesty of existence. Oh, don't. Oh. You fucking asshole. Fuck you too, buddy. Dumb little fucking stomp. Okay, there's gotta be something around this area. Because I think this is where the... I think this is where the... No, the well was the other. Maybe it's up here. I can't remember if I ever went up there. Maybe that's it. I really love doing that kick. It's not particularly effective against most enemies. Still fun. Oh, I got a key somewhere. That's what it was. I did come here, but I just couldn't get through. Oh, racing wrong version. Of course, you guys know me. I do not value difficulty in games at all. Like, I could lock my health in this game and just walk around attacking things, and I would still enjoy myself. Like, the process of... I've never really understood that. The need to, like, die and fail repeatedly. That never made any sense to me. Hi. I very easily could just go through the entire game with my health locked. And as long as the actual systems at play are engaging, then I'm still going to enjoy myself. It's probably... Now you can tell I really hate being hit. Like, I really fucking hate being hit. So, a game like this where they're fetishizing... this whole... like this. There's nothing here. The only purpose of this was just to have a guy here so that whenever you come across the corner, and you can't even see that this goes anywhere, that there's a guy there to just go, oh, I did it, I hit you. That's the, like that. That drives me crazy. I hate that. It's such a fucking dick thing to do. Along with that. Oh, because I was on the web. That's weird. Like, I was trying to turn, but because I was on the web, like, the character didn't turn as much as he normally would have. I thought it was only based on speed. That's really unusual. No, anyways. Not that far off. What if I can just run through? Probably not. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna Dark Souls you. I'm Dark Soulsing you. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, they can't do anything about it. That's shameful. How embarrassing. I guess that's what it is for me. Like, I hate being hit so much that even being hit one time, to me, like, even if I have locked health, like, the fact that I got hit still irritates me. So to me, that is the challenge. It's like, I don't need to die. I don't need to reach 0 health points to have that same feeling. Whereas I guess a lot of people don't have that. Every time I kick someone off a cliff, I'm worried about going off the cliff myself. Really? What? Why? Why do you... Where did he come from? And why was he up here? And why did he have, like, half health? I was about to say that was one of the guys that I kicked off a cliff earlier, but that was before. I see you. Oh, see, you learned. Oh, the game is working. You learned. Yeah, I memorized that one unfair location. So, I don't know. Like, I can completely get a good experience out of a game without it needing... Like, you could give me a game in which there's, like no chance of you ever dying at all. Like you just have 0 health. And I would still enjoy it. But I guess most people, if you gave them that, would no longer care about being hit and would not care about anything at all. Because they just think, well, there's no consequences, so I'll just run at things and just swing until they die. I won't use any of the systems because I don't have to. I guess that's it. Most people are just not like that. Stop, finally. Trying to keep it from jumping everywhere. There. These things keep dropping new armor, but that's another problem I have with this game. That is another problem I have with this game. That, there's a good example of this. Trying to find something like, I guess this. Well, not this one. Maybe like this. Yeah, okay, something like just pretend that this is like the Warrior of the West set or something. But you notice that these are the same thing, but they have completely different stats. Like the special effects are completely different. So you can not only get a drop, you can get a drop that's a purple drop, which is I think that's the best one but it can have the wrong special effects on it. And in addition to that, it can have the wrong, like, level. Like, you can level it up, but of course we've been over this. In New Game, until you get the New Game Plus, there's almost no point to doing that because it's so expensive and you're going to get new stuff anyways. But there's all these things that, in theory, could be really interesting. Like if there was a actual level cap and it happened pretty early. But they have like all these systems at play that you just don't care about because there's no reason to be invested in it. Sort of like how locking your health for most people just enables them to just face fuck the content and they don't care. In a very similar way, having this game set up so that you level so quickly that you essentially have infinite health, you know, infinite, I don't know, like leveling resources or something. You just stop thinking about the systems that play around it. So as a result, there's nothing to engage with. I remember this now. Ah, what are these dickwads? So even though there's all these like little sub-special effects and stuff, you never pay any attention to it. There's no reason to until you get to probably the final area in the game. Because that's the only time it's ever going to matter. I think that's the failing of the game. You can't just include all these subsystems and then say, well, they don't matter, though. Really? You're going to interrupt my attack out of midair? These things are giant dickwads themselves. Aren't you fucking dead? It's also nice how they can completely ignore the fact that they have no stamina. They're annoying, aren't they? Because they're running away, and like you get close to them, but your animation is so long and like short range that they just walk away. But they also have no stamina, so he shouldn't be able to run. But he just doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's not like they kill you or anything. Still, fuck him. It is pretty hard to craft a sense of... I was thinking about Shadow of War whenever I was saying this. A sense of having an enemy that you're like, fuck this enemy, I hate them with a burning passion. But after you kill them, you're like, yeah, fuck you. It's really hard to pull that off. Because you can just as easily run into a problem of, I hate this enemy, fuck them, and then you finally kill them and you're like, God, thank goodness that's over with. I hate that enemy. I never want to see it again. And then you see another one and you're like, oh, fuck this game. Like, it should feel good to kill an enemy that you hate. Like these guys. They're fun, aren't they? Have to be very, very specific in how you deal with them. What's my, familiarity? Nowhere near, okay, good. I need to figure out how to farm familiarity a little bit faster. Or just cheat. I could just cheat and give myself a bunch of points. The thing. I really don't want to do that, though. I need some way around that system. It's taking a bit too long. Because you're doing that because you're trying to get skill points. And I have pretty much whatever I want as of this moment as far as my two main weapons go. But I would like to get everything else so that I could try more things. Eventually, you know how in my Dark Souls B playthrough, I eventually got to the end game and I just had infinite stats, essentially. Because fuck it, who cares? With this game, I want eventually to not have a build. Like, I would rather just have whatever, like 40 and everything. I think that's the soft cap for everything. So that I can just use whatever I want to. Because if you don't have that, and I was walking around with 10 strength for the entire game, then I could not use Adachis and I could not use axes. I mean, I could use them, but they would just suck ass, right? So that's the reason why I want that. That's another sort of, not a problem, but it's something you have to consider. I think Nioh more or less does it okay. Because there's... Like with the Souls games and Bloodborne, there's damage number 1 and damage number 2. There's strength and then there's dexterity. And you pick one. Or you pick both and you end up losing out on all the other stats. And that's it. So you end up with... here's all the strength weapons, here's all the dexterity weapons. Or here's the quality weapons in the middle. So if you, pick one of these 3 columns. And if you pick this column, you're not allowed to ever use these things on the other side. With Nioh, it's sort of like that, except... Does it show scaling? I don't think it does. I guess it doesn't, this game. But each particular weapon type has its own scaling. Lock this. Oh, really? The other one's just gonna wake up? Oh. Eat that shit. Oh! Do not punish me for it fucking up. God, that's annoying. If it misses, it misses. Do not reward it by letting it completely ignore the fact that I moved out of the way. What am I supposed to do about this? Just hope that it stops doing it? Oh. Really not a big fan of that. Like that. I cannot... Oh, oh, I don't like that at all. Not a big fan of that either. It just completely ignoring the attack because it gets hyper, or not even hyper armor, it gets invincibility frames whenever it jumps away. Oh, fuck you. Fuck enemies that are like that. Just not abiding by any rules at all. Just doing whatever they want to. And you just, eventually, one of the hits sticks. Whatever. What is it, Lore Cat? His eyes are like so bugged out right there. They're like perfectly round, and there's like a dot in the center, so he looks like crazy. Oh, oh, Chinaware, or whatever he was talking about earlier. Hello, sweetie. Thank you for doing the same thing that your big brother was just doing. Oh, did I miss my attack? Better just dodge out of the way. There you go, good boy. Thanks for actually abiding by the rules. Oh, but each weapon type has its own scaling. So the Tonfa and the Kusarigama, I guess. Scythe, the sickle. The Tonfa and the sickle have the exact same scaling as far as stats go, except I think like one of them is flipped. Like one of them is a B and the other one's a C. On the other weapon is a C and a B. But it has 3 scaling stats, and that's important. That's the important part, because not only is there strength like all these control different things. Like body, I would actually have to level up to be able to look at all of them, so I'm not going to name them all off. But there's not just damage 1, damage 2. It's also like almost every stat contributes some minor amount to other things. Like all of them contribute a little bit to like the amount of health that you have, or not all of them do, but most of them contribute a little bit, and one of them contributes more than the other ones do. So there's a lot of overlapping of what the individual things do. So there's a lot more leverage in terms of what you can do in regards to your stat line. Now the flip side of that, for God's sake, get out of here! God, Christ Almighty. The flip side of that is that you don't want a system in which none of your stats matter at all, and they all do the exact same thing. So you end up just, well, I'll just level up one stat until I hit the soft cap, and then I'll go on to the next one, that sort of thing. You want there to be like some sort of meaning behind all of it, or else there's no sense in even engaging with that subsystem. This is where the boss is. You have to go up like the stairs. I seem to remember there being a lot of like little bitty hidden items. Oh. That isn't one thing Nioh does in spades better than the Souls games. You can actually sheath your weapon. Because even though Miyazaki is now swarming with money, he still refuses to allocate any resources whatsoever towards just a standard animation where you just put your weapon away. Which is funny because even in Demon Souls, you still had scabbards. And for some reason in the later games they started getting away, they started making it so that you always have to carry it. You can't even store it anymore. Which is understandable in Dark Souls 2, where you're carrying around like houses on your shoulder. Just fuck that game. Because how would you ever store that? You can't. It doesn't make any sense. So you would always have to... Why are you... Did it just miss its... Ugh. Look, I love you little sweetie pies, but I'm really getting tired of having to deal with you. Like, you're not really a threat, you're just sort of obnoxious. And you're making it so that I can't just walk around. I have to be careful of where I step, or else I end up having to waste time on you. Thank you, pig noise. Alright. Up the stairs we go. No, you're there. Nothing else. Okay, good. Oh, okay. I always remembered standing there and shooting that guy, but I couldn't remember why. Because I thought that was actually an archer whenever I did it, and I started attacking him. It's like, wow, this archer has a lot of health. And I didn't notice he was one of those big axe guys. That's why I did it. Seems like I can fall down there. That backstep animation that they have is actually starting to, like, trigger me, I guess is the word. Because it's like become synonymous in my brain with this is really getting on my nerves, so just seeing them do it is starting to make me angry. I need to figure out a better way of dealing with it. Not dealing with it, it's not doing anything to me. Just I need to figure out a better way of ensuring either they can't do it, or whenever they do it, I can punish them for doing it. But I don't know what that's gonna be. Okay, let's see if I can drop. Probably not. And how am I supposed to get that? Must be a hole in the floor or something somewhere. Maybe... Ah. Uh-huh. There we go. The R2 of this can pull or whatever you towards things. Although the spiders are getting like invincibility frames where you can't interact with them whenever they do that. So it tends to just go through their bodies. So we will see. I'm just trying to remember where the boss is exactly, and I keep thinking it's right there. I better actually tag that shrine before I do much of anything else. Just, no. I don't want to wander too far. Ah. Because I was trying to get all these little dudes before I do all this. That's not all of them yet. I've missed some of them. I don't know how many, though. There are two of this. Like this move. This can pull enemies in, or if they're too big, it makes you go to them. Which can be a bad thing. It can be a very bad thing. That is definitely something that you can do. We will see. Before I go any further, here. Tag you. Because I also want to see how many of these things I have left. Okay. Oh, it's right here. Ugh. Missed one. There's one remaining, and I am not sure exactly where it is. Because I have been pretty thorough in exploring the area. So either it's going to show up momentarily. Alright. What do he'll do? Whatever he'll do once I upset... Because he can't reach me. Unless he can climb ladders. Barely took any health off of him. See, oh, is just not going to do anything? Huh. Okay. Yeah. He's going to be really pissed off once I get back over there, though. Okay, it looks like I can't go through here. There's no, like, rice panel walls or anything. Hmm. Okay. Spiders? Aha! Knew it. Where there's an item, there's an asshole. Every time. Have you guys been talking about sheathing your weapon for the past 5 minutes? Worthy topic of discussion. Wake up. I don't want to go out there with the spiders. Just want to make sure that he was not there anymore. Okay. Is that a... Oh, at first I thought that was a dead spider that was sprawled out. Oh, he moved. Where'd he go? That's weird. Whoa! Oh, their toughness, buddy. I really do enjoy kicking them like that. The kick actually doesn't do all that much, but still fun. Damn. Let's see, it doesn't... It's not that amazing. But it is entertaining. Something... There's something funny about William, who's... Like, he's the martial arts expert. He's like a living god amongst men. Just running at them, just like kicking them with his boot. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe this is funny to me. Alright. So this is the path to the boss. This is the boss room. I've not found the other little Kodama guy yet. Yeah, I know the kick is technically for doing stamina damage, but usually the stamina-based attacks are really shitty. Okay, what mission is this? Yeah, Spider Nest Castle. Alright. Let's see where they all are. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video real fast to try to figure out where the... Because I'll recognize most of them. Some of them I feel like I got to so quickly that I cannot be 100% certain that I actually found. Like, did I actually get that one or not? Okay, there's one, there's two. Yeah, there's one on the side. I think there was one earlier where it was like on a roof, but it was like a little bitty tiny shingle, like part of the roof that was under it. That one was an easy one to miss. Okay, I think I know which one it is. Here. Yeah, there's one near the, remember Asshole Cavern? Where all the spiders were dropping down, and I first encountered that. There's one that was, like, down a little passageway that was near a shack. Fortunately means, what the fuck? Oh, you... what if I can... Oh, nope. About to wonder, can I sneak attack these guys? Doesn't look like I can. I'm Chip Chip. These guys also leave behind a trail of fire, so you just get caught on fire if you try to fight them at all. You don't get a choice, you just catch on fire. Did you do anything wrong? No, just fuck you, in general. Just fuck you for playing. And that's it. Guess this is gonna be the fastest way down here. Oh, for God's sakes. That's another thing that gets on my nerves. William just missing attacks. Like being so close that he actually starts orbiting the enemy as he does the animation. Which causes him to completely miss. Yes, I remember you. Nice one, William. Wow. Amazing! He's so good at this. Really appreciate that. Super cool that he does that. At least it does stun them. Maybe I can do that. Maybe just kicking them in the face. That's the best way to deal with spiders in your home. Just kick them in the face. Great sneak attack, William. Great. Great. Love it. Everything about it is just fantastic. Every day with William is just a magical experience, I'll tell you. Okay. Yep, there he is. Alright, got that. Forgot how long this level is. I remembered it being kind of a bit of a butt chug. But still pretty long. How did I get here? Oh yeah. Okay. It's William shifting into second gear. I don't know why William needs to be the one to guide them back home. He's not even really doing anything. He's just like, hey, you're over here. Don't be here anymore. They're like, okay. Then they give you gold for doing it. Just because you pointed in a general direction. Be like if a New Yorker came down here, it's like, hey, New York's over there. And then they gave me like $50. That'd be nice. That'd be real cool of them. Nowhere near the next level, so don't need to worry about that. Now, I do not remember this boss being difficult. Because that's the thing about Nioh, is that its difficulty spikes are very strange. Some bosses can be really hard, and then other ones can just... they kind of just exist. That said, this could very well be the most difficult boss ever, just because I'm streaming it. Because streamers curse. Good job. I let them do that mainly just because it doesn't really affect me. I mean, it does slow me down, but since there's only one enemy, it doesn't matter. Is it gonna... Did it live? Did you live down there? Are you alive? I guess he's fine. Maybe you... No, he's dead. I can see his little gold or whatever down there. Alright, we're good. Alright. I remember fighting this boss as For Honor downloaded on... I think by PS4. Because Dragon and Nick insisted on me getting it for PS4 so we could play together. We never did. That was a waste. But I remember it downloading while this boss fight was going on. And this is my last memory of Nioh. This is where I stopped last time. I never played it again. So, let's find out. Well, the enemies are already pretty repetitive. I mean, you mainly fight the same enemies over and over and over again. He's fine. Not that much of a waifu, though. Hi, lady. Did you break that nice man's china? Will you also be an obnoxious, super poised enemy? Yes, you will be. Dodge out of the way. Now you be slow. Yay! Yay me! What's she doing? What are you up to, girl? Apparently not up to much of anything. Let's do that again. That was really effective. Whoa! Wow, I slowed her down in midair. These talismans are really effective. Wow, she would be a problem if she were not slow as balls. Okay. Never even got hit. Well, no, I think I did get hit. There's like one point where she was doing something or other. She did something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, whatever. She's fine. Mission complete. The big purple guy was a lot more difficult than that.
Who are you?
Where'd he come from? He's very quiet. That's a tea kettle? I don't think you could fit anything in there. Oh wait, I remember this. This is where the guild system or something opens up, which I completely forgot about until this very moment. No, I did play after this, I think. I think I did play after this some. Because I remember dabbling with this in some respect, but I can't remember what the context happened to be. Japan! Oh, Japan! There's a lot of this in this. Tastes like shit. Look, dude, if it tastes like shit, it tastes like shit. It doesn't mean that he's not cultured. It means it tastes like shit. Especially if you're laughing about it, because he knows it tastes like shit. You can't give someone a drink, and then whenever they go, oh my god, is this poison? They go, ha ha ha, he thinks it's poison because it tastes like poison. Burning the giant Buddha. Then he king spiderwebs out his butthole at the camera. Okay. This is the problem with Nioh storytelling, is that it just launches new characters at you that look very similar to existing ones. Like, they look weird, but they all look kind of the same kind of weird. So I mistook this guy for a completely different guy that trains you in something in the dojo. But he said a lot of stuff, but I don't remember what any of it was now. Apparently he served his master, and he got accused of murdering him, and something about spiders. And I can guarantee none of that will come into play later. It just won't matter. Okay. Finally, God. It feels like I've been stuck in that mission for 2 hours. I was in that mission for 2 hours. Ooh, online PvP. Oh boy. Can't wait to do that. Hidden tea house. How mysterious. Well, glad I don't have to do that mission again just to get that one missing Cody. One missing codeine tablet. Is he already dead? Good for him, I guess. I don't care. I think anyone does. Oh, I am a ghost! Okay. What do I care? Alright. Oh, blacksmith. Oh, look at all this. Buy and sell. Ugh. Look what you can buy. Garbage. Just garbage. Basic ass weapons. None of them are like the best is uncommon. You get a common that has nothing on it. Uncommon or garbage on it. Now let's look at the shit that I just fell on. Like, I found this on the ground in the last mission. Only 3 of them were common level items. No, wait, 4 of them. Oh, 5. There we go. Probably like 20. Okay, 20. But most of them were increased rarity that. So the entire system for buying stuff from the blacksmith, complete waste of money. It may as well not even exist. Why should it exist? Like, if you're just gonna have a bunch of fucking junk inside there, don't have the system. There's no reason to have it. Forging system. You can forge this shit. But this requires you to dump, like, these rarity items into it to be able to increase the odds, like RNG based, of getting that rarity. So already that's shit. But even if you were to do that, it would be at the level that you have right now. So it's not like you could make a max level item right now. It would just be whatever level you're at currently. So the very next mission, it would be completely outclassed. So there's no sense in doing that at all. And even if you were to like cheat and to give yourself like infinite levels, like make yourself whatever the max level is in this game, you can only make the level of the, you can only find and make the item of the item's level based on whatever the gated level cap is for the current main mission. The last main mission you did, that's as high as it can get. So even if you're level 128, if you are starting out at the beginning of the game, then you're probably only going to get stuff like level 15, like weapons. So this entire forging system also is useless. Soul Match system allows you to take like this level 50 Tampa. Let's say, oh, I really like this level 50 Tampa. You could, like, here's a level 52 hooked, blah, blah, blah. You could do that and make it a level 52 Tampa. You could do that. But look how much it actually costs to do it. Like 5,000, whatever. Actually, that's not that bad. I think it's because the level discrepancy is so small. Usually it's something like 15,000 or something crazy. It's probably the reason why. So, you can end up burning all of your gold, like, from, like, several missions, just leveling up your shit that you've been using to the appropriate level. So there's almost no reason at all to ever use Soul Match. Whenever you could just pick something off the ground that has a higher, you know, that has comparable stats, like, you're gonna get past it way too quick. The rest of the stuff, this is just to change the look of your stuff. Give himself a haircut. Reforge, I have not dealt with this yet. I think this is to change the special effects on your weapon. But again, if you don't have something that is in-game, like, weapon quality, then why would you ever do that? So, the entire blacksmithing thing, aside from, like, changing your hair or whatever, useless. Completely useless. Why did you even make the system at all? Don't make systems that are only useful once you beat the game. I shouldn't have to explain why that's the case. Why that's a stupid thing to do. But whatever. Do I have any more? No, I'm done with all that. I think I don't want to. This, I have no idea what this is. I think you can give yourself... You can pick what clan or something you're part of. This to your own... Smithy over lists already. If you talk too long, that happens. Where fights not for himself, his efforts are for the good of his clan. Oh boy. White William can't wait to be a part of a clan. Perhaps it is time for you to join one to look into my kettle. Wow. It's Japan! The entirety of Japan's in the kettle. Yeah, soul matching becomes more important later on. But for the first part of the game, no point in bothering. Isn't entirely useless, just mostly. Sure. Like, if someone were to never touch the blacksmith at all throughout the entire game, I can't imagine there being any really... Not even dire consequences, just consequences. What should I do with this? Wait, what? Oh, it's a random chance. Oh, I wonder which one of these stupid things is the best one. Oh, it's scrolls too. Oh boy. Who has the most members? Wait. This has more members, but they're all red? And this has fewer, but it's blue. Why are some red and some are blue? Why are some of the icons red? They have... What? They have rewards? I'm looking at the bottom. Past records. This screen is mystifying. Past records. Last time. before last time. What? What the fuck is this system? East versus West? Wait, do you mean East versus... Oh, this is the Nioh thing, isn't it? Where the two guys are fighting each other. So I guess one is one guy, the other one's the other? I don't care. Well, whatever. Pick the one with the stats you want. Well, let's first see who has the most people. Because I'm going to assume that's the best one, probably. So this one's apparently pretty good or something. You get more stamina and more attack while wearing heavy armor, I'm guessing. Oh, that's another one. More luck. Silver tongue. Whoa, wow. This one's popular. Durability of living weapons, Oh, well. See why. Okay. Damage gets halved. 40% chance of your damage being halved while you're at full life. Or skill damage. I wonder... This is something I'll probably have to, like, go into, like, a Reddit thread later on and read about, because I'm sure there's some very specific circumstance, or there's a very specific reason why one is better than the other. You have to donate items? God. So this... I don't know, this is the whole system I'll have to figure out later. Cannot participate in clan battles. Yeah, I'm sure I want to exit out of it. Okay, see you later, you hairy fuck. Let's not do that just now. Oh my god. Something I didn't want to deal with today. Alright, what's the next main mission? Falling snow, which I don't believe I've ever done. Quite possibly. I can't be certain. But I am pretty certain. Actually, now that I think about it, let's go back to the blacksmith. Because there is one thing that the blacksmith does do. That is, allows you to disassemble a bunch of junk. Which actually... Hold on, let me check. Yeah. I don't know. It's racist. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't mock their language. I wanted to see what the familiarity was. Not complete on that one. Not complete on this one either. I was locking... For some reason, the ranged weapons, it's difficult to find purple ranged weapons for whatever reason. So I've been having to lock those where I see them. I forgot to do that to a bow, or a gun. Bonus on that one's not complete. Bonus on that one is not complete either, but let me see... That one's already maxed. I wonder if I ever find a purple one of these things, no matter what it is, even if it's the shit level, should I just keep it? Like, I really don't know. But I'll keep it for the time being because it's the highest. It has the best, biggest number for the time being. Except for this. I'll get rid of that one. That's another. At least I'm starting to get new sets, like rare sets. Although I'm not sure if this has set bonuses associated with it. I noticed that a lot of people really love set bonuses in games. I don't like them. And usually I don't like them because like, people see it as being like a good thing. Like they have a positive outlook on it. Like they have this idea of, oh, you're being rewarded, like you're getting a bonus for having, like, finding all the things or whatever. But for me, I see it as if you're not using anything but a set, you're being punished for it. That's the way that I see it. So even in this sort of game where you at least can change what your stuff looks like, so it doesn't matter that much, the game is still basically telling you you absolutely need to You absolutely need to have a set bonus whenever you're at any game. Like, you can't just pick whatever you want to. Like, there is a definitive best thing eventually. It's just that it doesn't matter in the long run because you can change what its appearance looks like. It's not that bad. But the game is complicated enough in terms of its numbers and everything that it can be a bit of a pain in the posterior. Okay, well, I guess let's do this, and then after... I hope I can get through this quickly. How strange to see snow falling in June, and in Japan at all, ever. Very common occurrence. I guess it's because of the demons. Better to donate than dismantle? Yeah, but I have like a huge pile of stuff. And we just now got the donation thing anyway. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I'll worry about it whenever I'm off stream and I can look up what in the world's going on with the system. I stream on Twitch sometimes. Not very rare. Not very often. Like right now, I really should be working. It's just been awkward lately because I'm having to rewatch all of a series in order to prepare to... I've already written most of the script for the thing that I'm doing. But the more that I watch in this series, I keep finding new things like, oh yeah, I should have mentioned that, or, well, this clarifies this other point that I was making, so I'm having to go through and do the whole thing. It's really slowing me down. It's funny because I thought it was going to be a fast series. It is not. How the hell do you get up here? How do you get up there? Well, guess you find out later. Hey, sweetie. Really? Really? Okay, you want to explain that to me? That's really curious. For some reason, the kick, for whatever its reason, sometimes, in addition to just missing completely, sometimes will hit, but just won't do anything. Huh. Well, the problem is you can watch me work and you still get paid. I cannot work and it comes back to haunt me. That's the problem with being self-employed. Come on, hurry up the fire. Glad that they delay just enough. Yeah, I know you're here. Team Ninja is really uncreative in how it places enemies, so it's never surprising. There's a benefit to... I better take care of whatever this crystal thing... I was ignoring it. I'm going to guess this thing is a creature of some sort. No? Can I shoot it? There must be a barrier around this that I'm going to have to dispel in some manner. High stance. Melee attack. Nope. Alright. Must be something that I have to come back for later. So I'm probably meant to do something and then come back and do this later. By going across where that item is. That's probably what's going to happen. God's sake, he's trying to reach it. Oh! What I get for trying to interact with chat. Yes, I am a human being. Thank you. Yeah, that's probably Nioh's biggest general failing. If you don't count something like a combat system. It's just the fact that there are so few enemies in the game. So it ends up becoming extremely repetitive. There is a lot of area to this. Again, this is the point at which I stopped playing Nioh. Hello. So I have never experienced this part of the game. All this is brand spanking new to me. That's for sure. This is kick downable? No? It's a completely new area. Case. Case, let's see. Oh, you can't go this way at all. Alright. So far it's been a very linear level. There you go, sweetie. Probably actually should have been stretching all this time. I've been sitting down for quite some time. Unfortunately, this looks like an area in which I will fight something. Or not. There's something over here. Whoa. What is it, Lore Cat? Okay. There's a lot of pissed off folks in this area. Thanks, Lord Cat. I can't remember what his name is. He's my auto-translator. He Google translates all this Japanese nonsense that people are saying into proper American. Which is really nice of him. Because he is a good kitty. Can I not open this? Yes. There's a shortcut. Alright. Upcoming boss has stupidly fast grapples. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Is it really obnoxious? I sure hope so. Will I get really angry having to deal with it? I sure hope so. I hate these guys, by the way. Because they do this. They do that. Like they're one of these, they're like Castlevania enemies. They're like Castlevania enemies in that they, like, try to fly inside your character model and just sit there. And that's all they do. But your attacks don't really hit inside your own body. So if they get there, you can't really get them out. Okay, what is this? Oh, one of you. Dodge! Damn it. God damn it, guys. Ah. These guys are always such a problem. I never pay any attention at all to what the guys are saying. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm not engaging with the story, because I'm not paying any attention to it. They just never say anything. It's just really vague statements about, ooh, there's so much evil in the air. Or it's like little mini lore bits about the area. Like the head guy of this area was kind of a dick, and he loved China or something. There's one. I'm gonna miss a lot of those guys in this area. Gonna have to come back. Gonna have to come back. Here's another enemy. The well. An item in it. I've encountered it many times. Is this a shortcut back? No, it is another. And it has an asshole behind it. Good, good. What about this? This also is a shortcut back to the area that we had just been through. Is it like 4 or 5 of them now that we've come across? And oh wait. Really? Amazing. He's really dead set on that arrow, isn't he? Oh, now he wants to fight. Oh, no, never mind. You think maybe sometimes their scripting goes a little bit, like, it gets a little bit too aggressive? He's dedicated. Like, he's really dedicated, I'll give him that. Oh, the game's UI? Yeah, the game's UI is just completely out of control. Look at him! Look at him. It's an existing enemy, except he's got like asshole energy around his back. So he's probably gonna be fun to deal with. I'm sure that nothing annoying will happen. It was really nice that the game allowed us to fight him in an area that's completely congested where you can't get behind him. I do appreciate that. Amazing. I knew that it was gonna pay off. Thanks. So is it just standard enemy except he deals a little bit more damage? Or... I guess so. I kind of expected him to do something like leave like a damage AoE whenever he hits the ground or something, but no, just the ordinary enemy, except he's just kind of stronger, I guess. But yeah, I said it before on another stream, but I think they could have gotten rid of one of the stances, because most of the weapons you don't use all three. Like you've noticed, I've just used one of them at the time, because you can. Like you don't really need to have anything. Like there should have been one that was the damage stance, which is the high stance, and then there should have been one that was like the utility stance, where you do things like do counter moves, or it allows you to reposition yourself, or something like that. You didn't need three of them. There's just a lot of bloat in this game. There's a lot of systems that exist because they just wanted more of them. Wow, thanks, Fee. That's it, huh? Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Have you noticed there's snow here? Yeah. Pretty cool. Butterflies. They'll let me fly twice as high. If I just take a look. Let's take a look. They're doing nothing involving books, sadly. I don't want to attack them. But this is the only way it's going to allow me to interact with them? Okay, I guess I have to. Oh, so now I'm the asshole. Okay, I guess the butterflies are assholes. Well, that's the problem with judging whether I like something or not, is that most people are very binary about whether they hate something or they like it. Whereas, like, most people are like, this or this. Whereas I'm always, like, right here. So most people, like, they really want to put me either in over here or over here. But since I'm always, like, right here, they usually have to completely ignore that I'm on this location and just say, well, he's over here. Or they do the inverse. Like, oh, he just really likes it, or he loves it. He loves it, so I hate him. Or he hates it, so I hate him. And usually it's just completely different. Like, I'm much more intermediate with things. Like Nioh. I like Nioh for the most part, but it does a lot of stupid shit. Like, it really does a lot of stupid shit. But I still generally like it enough. It would never be my favorite game. That's the thing I've always struggled with, is the fact that people are so binary. How they like things or don't like them. Motherfucker, even though I was blocking. Cheating little bastard. Kick. Ninja kick. Oh, you bad boy, you got me. I did. Alright, this is the shortcut? Yes, it is the shortcut. But I do not... Maybe? Do I have the ability to destroy all those ice things now? Because I killed that one group of butterflies. I would not think so. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. So I'm going to assume that I need to find a collection of those things every time that I need to deal with one. One of those crystal things. I remember these things. I fought one of these in a little tiny house. They are a problem. Let's go the other way for now. Not because I can't deal with that, but because the rest of the area should be a little bit more reliable. Did you notice the snow stopped falling? That's really nice. Look at that. The snow is still coming through the house, but it actually is sort of dissipating as it comes in. That's a really neat effect. I'm surprised that they committed themselves to doing that. Good job, Nioh developers. Alright. A lot of the time, this is another thing to consider. Motherfucker. Motherfucker! Little bitch ass. Get your stupid ass over here. Dumb little cunt. Well, come over here. Stop being shitty and come over here. I'm gonna shoot you in your fucking eye again. That's what you get for dodging backwards. Bitch. Look at that. Just sitting right there. Just waiting his entire life for me to pop out. Fuck him. But he's only 7 years old, Plague. Fuck him. Fuck him. But another thing to consider that I always... Like, the reason why I have the name Plague of Gripes is because I know that that's how people think. They always assume, oh, he's just complaining endlessly about things. No, that's not the case, but I know that's what people think because most people are not like me. But usually whenever I'm talking about things, I'm not complaining so much as... What was that? Oh, yeah. Hey, Johnny. I'm not complaining... Oh, jeez. I'm not complaining so much as I am thinking about it, and, like, I'm just thinking out loud. I also, like, I have the sort of creative mindset, which a lot of people don't have. Like, I'm really trying to avoid phrasing it as, well, I'm just really good, sort of thing. But people are different. A lot of people are just, like, Pat's a great example. Pat's a consumer. Like, he doesn't think about things in terms of planning them out, you know, designing things very carefully, because he doesn't do that. He, like, ingests things, and then he can analyze whether he likes them or not, you know, in his own way. Whereas with me, I think about things in terms of I'm the one making them. So, like, think about it from that perspective. Like, if I come across a game system and I sort of had this idea of, I don't like this, I wonder why, I'll start thinking aloud, which sounds like complaining to most people. Yeah, this was a dead end. Good. Which sounds like complaining to most people, but really it's just me thinking aloud and trying to analyze why I'm having the, I'm getting the feedback that I am, the game, or whatever it happens to be. Which is really useful for self-reflection. And I've always been a very self-reflective person just because of childhood, blah, blah, blah. Things no one cares about. Did I shoot her in the face? Probably. Was my internet not exploding? I've actually only dropped 690 things today. Pretty good for me. Oh, look at that. I'm a monster. Ah, god damn it. For fuck's sake. I love you too. No, stop doing that. If you're not gonna let me attack you whenever you're on the ground, unconscious. Yeah, Plague of critically analyzing out loud does not sound as good. It's not as marketable. Plus, I would have to have a prefix in front of every video explaining the nuance of why my name is what it is and what the channel is all about. It's just easier just to say, ah, you just come. Way easier. Isn't one of those. I can't figure out which path is the path forward. This one allows me to see more area. But I don't really recognize anything. I know I've been here, but I don't really recognize it visually. No, I'm not interested in the new Sekiro game. Sekiro looks like Bloodborne, except in Nioh, what it looks like to me. And I don't care about Nioh's setting at all. Like, the thing I like about Nioh is more of its, like, the skill system and the fact that you can utilize so many weapons, you know, stuff like that, mechanical stuff. So it's combining the mechanics of a game that I don't like for its mechanics, Bloodborne. It's combining that with a game who has a setting I don't like, which is Nioh. So it's combining two things that I don't like at all into one thing that I wouldn't like. Not because it's doing anything wrong, it has no appeal to me. I'm pretty sure this is a dead end, or... I don't think that I'm meant to drop down here. I'm pretty sure I've already cleared out this area. Just haven't been paying attention, so I'm not absolutely certain. So I will go this way instead. He's so adamant about attacking. Like this. The fact that I get it, they're on the ground. This is another me thinking about something I have an impulse to not like. Like that guy, he falls down, he's on the ground. So rather than being allowed to like use Reaper, like this move, which is my big DPS move where I can attack like a million times. If I did that while he was on the ground, I could kill him easily. But the game won't allow you to do that. You have to use a, like, down attack that does way less damage. So on one hand, I don't like that for obvious reasons. Like, if you just let me attack him, then he would die. But on the other hand, the whole reason why he's even allowed to fall down in the first place is an accommodation. It's the game saying, alright, you get one free hit in, and that's all it is. So, again, that, for example, is not a complaint. It's an impulse that I'm following up with analysis, which, again, is not very marketable. Oh, that's the reflection off the fire. There's some assholes over there fluttering about menacingly. They must be destroyed. How dare they? Gotta get inside this house some way. I would really rather not drop down a hole in the roof, so I'm going to assume that there's a door around here. Yeah, there's a thing. Oh, that's what they do differently. Here, how about that? You want to play that stupid little game? There you go. Now, wasn't it worth it? Amazing.
Cheer 200 yo.
Love these enemies. Thanks, love the overall fairness of this game. Where am I? This the... all the way back here? This is the main problem I guess I've had with this level so far, is that it's really hard to figure out where I am. I unlocked this. You guys are gonna keep following me? You're gonna get shot in the face. Better turn around. Alright then. Oh, how the hell did I get over there? Probably through this asshat. Turn around. No, you can't see me. I'm too far away. They'll never figure out that I'm here. Oh, for fuck's sake. What if he can hit me if I'm doing this? Yes, he can. Get over here, sweetness. I'll give you kisses. Gave him kisses. Alright, max familiarity reach with this dumb weapon I didn't care about. Good, good, good. What about this one? Nope, still not on the... Okay. Use this one from now on. I'm probably going the wrong direction, but I have no way of knowing. Oh, that's... Okay, yeah, this is the right direction. Alright. I think I've only... Well, I know it gained back its poison. I kept attacking because I was hoping that I could kill it before it could start trying to face-fuck me again. But it had too much health. Oh, God's sakes. Alright, it always does 2 attacks, alright. Just had to learn that it always does that. It always does a follow-up. Okay. Me? Ma'am? Really wish his horns didn't break that early. Don't want to stun it at the very beginning of the fight. Oh, fuck off! What's the point of even using these goddamn tonfas, the stamina weapon, if they don't actually break his stamina? Oh, back to using the fucking scythe. Goddamn point in doing that. The hell am I again? Yes, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna have to pussyfoot around that one guy. Okay, that was a bit more fun. She did 3 attacks. I thought she was only gonna do 2. What if I can drop down right here and have him not... Oh, look at that. He actually doesn't attack me for it. Oh, he didn't... Okay. I wonder if that actually weakens him. I'm making fun of him. Holy shit! Fuck? Is it because I had the shit on me? Okay. Okay. Not used to enemies just wildly exploding. Going through fission. Here we are. Alright. Wasn't there... I will have no idea where to go after this. Sweetness. Oh, wow. Didn't think it would kill him outright. Okay. Oh. Well, I guess that solved itself. So there was... Okay, there was nowhere to go. Except for one direction. This does solve the problem. Okay, will this allow me to go back over here and link back the areas? But, oh. I'm glad that they have fire arrows so that you can actually see them in the distance. Something about the game, the way that it looks, that it doesn't feel good. This kind of looks like a final area segment. Let's go that other way that I thought was the main area. Have you noticed that I haven't been finding any of these Kodama things at all? That has me mildly concerned. Oh, this is one of these. My mother the other day was trying to print something out, and it would not go to the printer that I had set up like a year ago. She couldn't figure it out. Then the printer started complaining about it needed to be updated, but she said, no, it tried to update the other day, but it said it couldn't be completed or something. So in the process of all this, they reset the back of the router, which knocked out the internet for an entire day, and it was on a weekend, so we couldn't get it fixed because everything needed to be reset with the, like, the MAC address information and stuff. So yeah, I have experience with dealing with family technical issues. But then I tried to use my, like, we print to the same printer, like it's a wireless thing, so we just, all of our houses are like really close together. This is like the family road, essentially. The butterfly. Here, probably. So, I tried to use my printer, and it worked fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Just for some reason, like, they couldn't figure it out, for whatever the reasons. Move. Thank you. God, I hate that move. Cheap-ass little bitch move. Sit down. You get punished for going behind him with something that has like 5 frames of animation. Alright. This is another thingy that goes to the other part. Yes. Yes. Is this Minnesota? Yes. Oh, don't. Tried to lock on down. I tried. It's not even worth talking about. Walked in here. Oh, there's a guy. Lock on. Instead, it locks onto these butterflies. Thanks, video game. Really appreciate it. What? Oh, you're locking on the hill. Here. There you go. Favorite thing in the world. But that's done. I guess we'll do this. It heals. Interesting. So I'm not allowed to deal with that until I deal with whatever this is. Probably? Maybe? Maybe. Certainly not. Alright. This is going to be another way forward. So what are you? Or heal. It's probably another one of these giant tongue assholes. It's a tongue asshole. No, don't. Ugh. I've said this before, but one thing that I do not like about general animations in Nioh is if you're in the middle of an attack combo, unlike, say, Nier, which will allow you to escape out of it, because it places a great amount of value on personal, like, decision-making. Oh, let's see you coming. What are you doing here? This game instead will lock you in place, so that you can't actually do anything about it. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, you little cunt. You shouldn't even be in this room. Asshole. I don't really notice anything wrong about the way Nioh looks necessarily, other than just the general aesthetic of Japan. That, it has a very Unreal Tournament sort of feel in the sense of everything is linear corridors. It does have that problem, I guess. And it doesn't really have a strong art direction. Like, the enemy designs, of course, you know, are fine, I guess. I don't particularly care for that general aesthetic, but it's unified. Ow. Hey, lady. She's showing off some underboob, isn't she? Yeah. Does she have eyes? He doesn't need that. Got everything else that matters, though. Ah ha ha. Toxic masculinity. Problematic. Oh, come on. I had to knock the things over to get to you. Get up. Up. Coconut head. Order of the Ox. Motherfucker. One of those assholes over there. See you. 750. Ah, look at that. What to do then? Ooh, it is a nice rifle. Hand cannon. I don't understand hand cannons. They have the exact same like scaling and everything as the rifles do, but and they deal very comparable damage too. I just don't really understand them. Really strange weapons. But their ammo is really hard to find. It's really strange. They look so stupid. One thing about having the same enemies over and over again is you do learn to fight them eventually. Well, in theory. I say that, I'll probably, like, get my ass beat some very stupid way later. Why are there dead people here? That's why they're dead. They keep putting those guys in confined spaces, too. I don't know why, because the only way that you can really deal with them appropriately is if... Let's actually use my hand cannon. Really love you. Maybe that's why. Angry. Generic ogre man, angry and dead. Bleh. But I was gonna say, I really like using rifles and hand cannons and things like that in this game, just because it feels like a game where you're not supposed to have them. In the sense of it's very not part of the general theming of the game. Oh, that's where they are. Oh, no, 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 not that, not that. Okay, at least I'm finding more of these little guys. I'm hoping against hope that I'll be able to get all of them without having to worry about it. How do I get out? How do I? Oh. And there's also another way forward. This map is getting really convoluted. Well, I better use this. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 didn't look good, did it? The funny thing is about Dark Souls 2 is that whenever it was in pre-development, it looked really nice because is extremely saturated and very vibrant looking. But that's not a Dark Souls game, so that's why that changed. But if they were making a completely different game that had nothing to do with Dark Souls, that would have looked nice for the time. Like now, it of course looked like ass, but. But still. Yeah, it just respawned. Didn't pick up that item, though. This is how... Okay, this is how I got up on the roof. I'm gonna have to re-murder. Old Winchester. Shot in the back of the head. Something rough about that. You think he's gonna make another loop in his stupid patrol for nothing? What happened to him? Can't see. Appreciate the placement of that roof. Never broke his stamina. Won't let me? Oh, yeah. Huh. It's kind of weird seeing a well that actually is just a well. Usually they're just item boxes. Okay. Thanks for turning around right into that, buddy. Can always rely on you to try to cheat your way through life. Works out to my advantage. Alright. I think this game actually would have benefited a little bit more if it... Imagine this game except it had like Wind Waker graphics or something. It shouldn't, but, you know, imagine if it did. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it should have something that's a bit more exaggerated. Especially for how, like, bland these environments are, because, like, look at this. Like, just a pile of generic, blobby, mashed potato, like, snow. That's all it is. Like, this area is just not very interesting. And I get the impression most of that is just because of the engine that they're working with. It's probably most of their issue. So hopefully Nioh 2 will be a bit more, like, lively. Like, it should have more personality. Anyone over there? Wow! William, doing great, buddy. Loving these camera angles, too. I wish I could find a weapon that gives back a little bit of health whenever you kill an enemy or something like that. So that I could very slowly over time build it back up without actually using items. Which is a very me thing to say. Yes, sir, that is exactly a thing that I would like. That's why I said that I liked it. Save Lord Nobunga! Or Ghost? What is Ghost? I've at least heard of Sekiro because I'm forced to have heard about it. I don't care about it at all, but I'm aware that it exists. Ghost, I'm not sure what that is. I might recognize it. It says it. Sony one? Ghost of... Never heard of it. Of course I know. There she is. There's Underboob. Hey, sweet thing. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna do stuff to you. Oh, it didn't do anything. It actually broke her stamina completely last time. Hey, blocking can be extremely forgiving. Oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay. I thought that hit me last time, so I ignored it. It's like, well, maybe it's just a move that does a little bit of damage through your block. No, it apparently is a grapple of some sort. Lesson learned. My neck hurts from sitting down. Oh, after this I'm probably gonna go exercise. I ate Wendy's today. After McDonald's failed me, as mentioned earlier. I still like that they were all looking at me as I drove by. For anyone that missed that, I tried to go order at McDonald's because it's a small shitty town and nothing to eat there. Drove to McDonald's, they never answered their takeout whatever their thing. They're under construction too, so they may have not been able to hear me. Or maybe I couldn't hear them, I have no idea. But, you know, I decided after just sitting there, like, hello, no one's answering. Just drove off, and all of them, like, there's like 3 windows, and there's a guy at every one of them just looking at me as I drove past. Something about that really tickled me. Try this again. I wonder if her dumb little hood... Wow, that goes pretty damn far, doesn't it? Man, that really stun locks her. But she has no toughness stat at all. Now, why did I come here? Wait, how come that wall is missing now? I couldn't get through it last time. Or maybe I could and I just didn't realize it. Huh. Alright. That's a thing. But now I'm not... Wait, no. There was... That's the area where I was complaining about it locking onto the butterflies, which is why that area is discolored. So, this might be the way forward. Alright, for a split second I thought I heard one of those annoying enemies that steals your Amrita. Have I already been here? Is this the enemy before where you climb up the ladder? No, this is different. Because there's an item over there. I've not been here yet. Since I've not been here yet, I may as well... Aha! Will this come in handy? Or will I simply die in 2 hits anyway? Probably die in 2 hits anyway. But may as well get nude. I guess she was wearing paper, I don't know. I'm sure it's a reference to some... So many Japanese mythological creatures are so boring. Half of them are lady with long black hair wearing shitty robes or rags. And I get the feeling that's like 70% of them. If you've ever seen a Japanese horror film, they're all the same fucking thing. They're always the same goddamn thing. Like, I really like that... Whoa. Look at that. I really appreciate the general tone that they have. Like, their atmosphere and things like that are top-notch. Like, Japanese, like Korean, also, horror films. Way better than American horror films in terms of being able to construct atmosphere. But their monsters can need some work. They're not very imaginative. That felt good. Especially since I punched him for just wildly attacking. Yeah, that's feelings. That's feelings about killing folk. That looks a bit more final. That's... Oh yeah, don't fuck with the Asiatic Indonesia sort of area. Their mythological creatures are fucked up beyond belief. You don't want none of that. Oh man, I hate those things. Yeah, if you've ever wanted to be chased by... This is taunt, isn't it? Even though it looks like a completely non-hostile emote. It looks more like, hey, come over here. I'm gonna give you a hug. No, it actually means go fuck yourself. I'm going to murder you. How silly of me. And it's called Taunt. And it's in red because it's evil. Great. You're reading all of Tolkien's Middle-earth stuff? Good luck. He's not a writer. He's a historian. He compiles mythologies very well. And he assembles them into a cohesive world very well. He's a good world builder. Not a good writer. Very boring, very fucking boring writer. This is a weird thing about that. Like that is so weird about Tolkien. Look at like the Harry Potter books. Rowling, J.K. Rowling. She's not a particularly amazing writer herself, but the books can still be quite entertaining. But if you're that, oh, is she a good writer? No, not a very good. But they're still fine. Tolkien, terrible writer. Not in terms of like grammar or sentence structure or anything like prose, but just making something fun to read. Terrible at it. Absolutely horrendous. Has no skill at all. And I don't think he cares to. Like, if he were writing today, he would probably still write exactly the same. But that's just the weird thing about him. Of course, I mean, it's kind of understandable because he wasn't famous for the longest time. Like, his books and stuff were around for a long time before they became politicized during the hippie movement into being this... Like, the hippies got a hold of it because they really liked... Gee, holy shit. Because they really liked The Hobbit. And the general feeling of... Thought I could DPS him. Because they really like The Hobbit and the general, like, idea of it being a completely free society where no one was materialistic and there was no fighting. And it turned into, like a political doctrine book. And that's the reason why people latched onto it. And that's the reason why Tolkien became famous. Otherwise, no one really cared. He just was not that important. Kind of the weird historical aspect of Tolkien. Like, he was never recognized as being a great writer because he wasn't. But people have done wonderful things with the stuff that he thought up. This is where that ladder goes up. Where I am. Water debuff? What do you mean, no fighting? Plenty of fighting. Cannot remember for the life of me. Yes. This game must play very differently for people that don't care about being hit. Like, if you're like, yeah, I'll just space fucking me, then heal. I got like, really, I have, I don't know how many elixirs. I have a lot of them. Like, just then I was looking to see if it said how many I had. I have a lot of them. Oh, where am I supposed to go? This map makes no sense to me. Here? Yeah, this. Is that Slady? Still here. Where that she tries to attack nothing. Oh, that's what it is. She like launches it like a pet or something. Jeez. I'm glad that locks her out of being able to respond to my attacks. May as well just double up. Let's ignore him. Shit about him. That happens way too early. Thank you, blob of snow. It's funny how that did like no damage though. Move! Die! That being locked out of being able to respond, like... Ugh. Not a big fan of that. Like, attack, dodge. Let me demonstrate. Like, I'll attack and then I'll try to dodge. See if this actually... He just... Oh wait, hold on, that's wrong. I was thinking of Dark Souls again. That's how bad it is. Like, eventually he does it. It takes a while. It really locks you in there. It really wants to ensure that... Like, on one hand, I can appreciate that because you should be dedicated to your attacks. But at the same time, if the enemies in your game are this fast... They're not, like, too fast or anything, but if they're this fast, then there's, like, you're punishing them for really no reason. I'm back here? Where the hell was that? Okay, I guess I'm not supposed to go this way. This is the only thing that I'm aware of. Whoop. I have not used the online systems at all game so far. Which is funny because... Oh, God damn it. I just wanted to open the door. I didn't want to trigger a cutscene. Fuck me. Oh, she looks fun. I'm sure I won't get frozen half the time in this fight either. We can talk if you want. Now you just want to get into a murder fight? Okay. He seems nice. Okay, let's see what she's doing. Whoa. Lots of ranged attacks. She reminds me of Lady Maria, or whatever her name. And she launches forward pretty quickly, doesn't she? Okay. Lots of poise. Yes, sir. Okay. Move. Ooh! Holy shit! It's... Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Not liking this whole I have infinite toughness shit that's going on. Don't tell me she's just gonna get it back right away. How come she's ignoring... She's completely ignoring the fact that she has no stamina. Fire, please. Fire! God. There's a big delay in between when you pull out that gun and when you're actually allowed to use it. Okay. Guess I'm gonna have to come back to pick up all those little guys since the game tricked me into doing a cutscene. Unless... No, it looks like the doors are closed too. Will it allow me to... No, it won't. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this again. Oh yeah, I have the whole... Here, I'll do it. There we go. Now my dog will be in the cutscene too. Let's go forward, pupper. You probably would have appreciated fire. Maybe I should have done that. I forget that the whole Guardian mechanic even exists. So many mechanics in this game. Thank you for murdering me. Now me and my big honking tits can go to heaven. Probably hell. No, tits, come back. Butterfly's pretty. You should like just like reach out and like chomp it. Like shouts back from the afterlife. No, my butterflies. Those are the souls of the children I never had. I don't know what I'm... what happened to her? Who is she? The Snake Man. Okay. Snake Man brought me back from death, and then I cried. Okay. Alright. She was some lady, and then she got brought back to life to be a boss. Oh, she wants to fuck someone that's not me. What do I care? I really want to fuck this other guy. Alright, fuck you, bitch. Glad you're dead. I'm gonna eat all your butterflies. That sounds kind of perverse. Okay, I got something. Whatever. Some other spirit that I'm not gonna use. Show me cutscene. Show me the meaning that I did not find in this world. Ah. Oh, it's a side thigh and someone. Yet another new character. I get the feeling these characters just existed because they have another system in the game where you can change your model into someone else's model. I get the feeling that's the reason why all these people exist, because they're not using them. They're not part of the story. They just show up, and then they stop existing. Okay. I would much rather just use their clothing. I don't want to be them. Just give me their clothing. That's all I wanted.
Seems you have some history with this place.
Was he... Is he really doing that to himself? Who's he talking to now? What's going on? Is that still him talking as he walks away or something? Whatever. But nothing has happened in the story. William just wants the weird Gaelic spirit lady mermaid thing that he's fucking or whatever he's... That's all he wants. He doesn't care about all of these Noba Gabas or whatever. I've never been so glad to see sunlight. Kyoto should soon thaw out from its frost now, thanks to you, American. Oh, he's an Englishman. I still find it hard to believe that the Yuki Anna was actually Lady No. Lady Yes. Lord Nobunga's wife. See, what do I care? She's married and dead? Okay. Never a dull moment with you around, is there? Master Tenkai, a completely new character, a close friend of Lord Ayusu, or Ayasu. Another character that maybe got it introduced at some point. Maybe he's one of the Nioh, I don't remember. We should take his advice and head for Mountain Hiei. He gave me advice to go to Mountain Hiei. When did that happen? Maybe you did and I wasn't. I don't know. This game turns me into Aaron Hansen. Does that mean to say? I don't think it is. He would agree. Probably. If he paid attention to me on Twitter, which he... Alright. Yeah, I missed 2 of them somehow. I'll figure it out later. Alright. Been streaming for 3 hours. That wasn't too bad. And I'll end it here for now. Actually have work to do. I can't be a professional streamer. I can just do this to just jerk around ever so often. Alright, so I'll give you guys my stupid Discord. Some of you actually asked for it. Then send you on your way. You horrid asshole. Alright. Copy. Here you go. And then I'll spend like the next 15 minutes trying to give you all gripling status. Otherwise, you will never be able to talk. Okay, so. Thanks for coming out. Go away! I'll probably stream this again probably tomorrow or the day after, unless I just start not feeling like it anymore, in which case I won't ever again. Who knows? Who knows with me? Goodbye. Goodbye.